Hey guys, welcome to Drink Coin. It's Tyler again, and I just wanted to bring you a quick video on a company that's been on my radar. This company is called AIkido Pharma. What they are is essentially a biotechnology development company with an emphasis on just anti-cancer therapeutics. They've worked through the University of Texas and Wake Forest University for some of their research, and a lot of their portfolio revolves around prostate, pancreatic cancer, and then a couple different types of leukemia. And their prostate and pancreatic treatments have been showing nice preclinical results, specifically on rodents that they're testing on that have been infected with human cancer. We're just going to be diving in real quick, and I'll be showing you kind of what interests me about them as a company as a whole and as a stock. So I'm mainly just going to focus on the pancreatic cancer therapies that they have. So their compound is DHA DFDC, and it has been shown to be up to 100,000-fold more potent than a typical standard therapy for pancreatic cancer cells. It is used for inhibiting that cancer cell growth and reducing the size of cancer over time. For anybody that doesn't know, in cancer treatments, chemo can sometimes become not as effective against tumors as they kind of adapt and become more resistant to those chemotherapeutic drugs. But as for this DHA drug that AIkido is working on, it seems to be better at not allowing those cancer cells to resist as the treatment is given over a prolonged period of time. And what's interesting is that this drug has also been shown to demonstrate different effects on other forms of cancers like leukemia, lung, and melanoma, which are some of the other significant forms of cancer, especially melanoma, with everybody out going to the beaches in the summer and stuff and getting bad sunburn. And then as you get older, that melanoma develops and it's hard for that to go away once it's in your skin. That's going to be a very nice thing for you to keep your eye on as time goes on, to see how the efficacy of this stuff goes with other cancers over time. And what's interesting about this drug is when they used it on mice that were genetically modified to have pancreatic tumors, the mice that were untreated only lived on average of 172 days when given that cancer, versus mice treated with that DHA drug lived on an average of 280 days, which is 108 more days in total, which shows very good signs of prolonging not only like tumor growth, but potentially dulling symptoms or anything else that could like sprout up other issues inside of your body, as cancer would generally spread untreated through your body as a whole. And what's even more interesting for me for AIkido, or if you want to use the ticker name AIKI, they are looking to enter into psilocybin mushrooms and peptide therapy for cancer treatments as well, to coincide with their drug that they're developing. They've offered a letter of intent to a company that they've previously partnered with called Silo Pharma, and they are looking basically to license the stuff that Silo has been working on. And this could be transformational for cancer therapy as a whole. If you have not heard of peptide therapy, it's a good read, and I'll potentially do that down the road if there's another company that comes up with peptide therapy. But peptide therapy as a whole usually seems pretty promising, because basically what a scientist would do is put together a peptide chain and modify it so it's useful in our body. And they can either do peptide chains that already exist in our body, or do peptide chains that they artificially make that are slightly different from ones based in our body. And they can do different things like potentially faster muscle recovery if you have issues with that, or they can help dull injuries, or even some peptides have shown to potentially help grow hair back and different things like that. So this could be a good sign for cancer treatment as a whole, and especially with like psilocybin mushrooms and the legalization of those over time. This is very nice looking for the research here, because what happens with a lot of cancer patients is a lot of them usually end up getting in very depressive states, and psilocybin mushrooms, even in a single micro dose in a controlled setting, have been shown to help relieve a lot of those negative emotions for a significant period of time. So this could be very useful in the sense of it can give more hope to patients. And there have been a lot of studies out there that show that if you have somebody that's more hopeful and decides that they want to kind of have more of a will to live, that they can fight off diseases more. And that's very good to hear that they're trying to move into that field more. Now, previously today, they announced that they were going to offer common stock for a price of $1.60 per share. Originally, it was a lot lower of an amount, but now they're offering even more. So I expect this price to dip a pretty significant amount over the next couple of days. I'm going to be looking to buy in at that 160 or less range if I can, because that's just going to be nice for a really good rebound once this goes up. I'm going to be looking to invest in these guys more longer term, potentially like 2-3 months, and see where their clinical trials come out for more stuff down the pipeline. But even if you're looking to do like a short swing or a scalp or something like that, getting in that $1.60 range is probably going to be good, because I could see them moving moving up into that $3-4 range over the next couple weeks or so and getting back into that. I see this as very promising regardless of how you want to play the stock, but I truly believe in the company's movements and what they're trying to do. So I'm probably just going to drop a decent amount of shares into them just to hold long term and see where it rides as time goes on with their developments. Over here on the chart that I have pulled up, I have this over a 1-year term. So we have this way back. This is around March of last year. Over here in the chart, you can see how it's winding up for the 1-year trend, and it is looking like it's making a nice recovery from last March. This did spike down significantly once COVID hit. So it's down from about this $3.22 range if you want to round it up and make it easy. And as time went on, it kind of like just dropped all the way down below $1 for quite a while, and it's recovering nicely. Back around October, November, it was still under that $1 range, and then as we come towards January, it started ramping up again with their price. I do see it potentially recovering back up into that $3 range over the next couple of weeks as more momentum's coming out and they come out with more details of their company, especially with this push for their letter of intent to get more treatment options for cancer with psilocybin and peptide therapies. So looking over here at the 1-day chart, I am going to be looking to hit that 1.6 range or lower over the next couple of days. I'm not even going to draw a trend on this because I already expect it to go to that 1.6 range based off the amount of shares that are going through and the fact that they release more. Because like if we look at the news here, you can see that they originally did $10 million of this, and that was 8 hours ago, and then they offered 65 million more in the shares that they were going through, like not even a few hours after. This is going to drop the price significantly. It's going to be a very nice dip to buy into since we already missed the route of it being under $1. I don't see it going back down there anytime soon, and this is going to set up for just a nice long-term dip hold. If you want to swing it, this might be a good swing to drop a few hundred shares in or something and ride it up to that $2 line again. But the company as a whole is looking very promising, and I expect tomorrow potentially for it to be right around that 1.6 range for us to buy in, if not lower. Now, before we finish the video, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for the support over the last few days. I've been trying to do like 2 videos a day if I can get to it on most days, and you guys have been insane with the support. We're averaging over 100 views on most of the videos. I did put out some educational content the other day for you guys to try to figure out how to find your own stocks before they blow up, and this is more beginner friendly. Like there's not too much technical analysis, but it's more like how to find news articles related to your stuff and things like that. I do want to thank you guys for 120 subscribers, which is absolutely insane considering we started at 0 last Monday. I am only going to be looking to put out more and more content for you guys over time, so I really appreciate the support, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and now see why I believe in AIKI as a decent stock as time goes on. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.